So if you walk with Jesus and it feels draining, we might want to ask ourselves, what's going on there? The other thing about passion is that it's passionate people are not just kind of passionate about the thing when it's going well. They're passionate even when things are going wrong. There's a resilience in difficulty. And real passion is chosen, not forced. So I just wonder, as we're kind of hearing some of these traits, like, what do these attributes mean? Like, how do they make you feel? Do you kind of go, ooh, do I need to re-examine my passion? Like, what's going on? Because when I was reading this and kind of looking at this, I have to say, I shifted a little bit in my seat, because I was just like, oh God, like, what does that mean? And so 2 of the 7 churches in Revelation, Ephesus and Laodicea, we find that in the scriptures that we've just read, they had lost their passion. And they had done so in different ways. And in Ephesus, and we know by looking at the book of Ephesians, I'm not going to go through the background of Ephesus, but you remember that we looked at this earlier this year, and it was an incredibly bustling city. It was this like metropolitan city that was just doing so well. And this church in this city was incredibly passionate. And from the outside looking in, this church was doing all the right things. But as we're reading this letter, it doesn't seem to make any sense that Jesus starts by naming all these things that they're doing right, but also then, for some reason, it sounds like they're not doing as well as they thought. In Ephesus, this passion had been replaced by performance somehow. This is a church that was busy for Jesus, but was distant from him. And I just want us to remember that this can happen to any of us. They had truth, but they didn't have tenderness. They had duty, but they'd lost their delight. They had the right belief, but they had no intimacy with God.